Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Simplicity Made Simple. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And today we are talking about how we can make our busy weeks less stressful. I know how hard it can be to have a week or two or three or more that are just exceptionally busy. You may find yourself thinking that you're not going to make it through, or you don't know how other people do this, or you just don't know how to get everything done that you need to get done without losing your sanity. You still want to be a person. You still want to feel like you can get enough sleep to function. You still want to see your people. You don't want it to all be about just crossing things off your to-do list, though those things are also important, right? We want to feel like we're living our lives, not like time is just passing us by because things are busy. So I've had a couple really busy weeks lately, just packing in some extra things that aren't normally a part of my schedule. And so I have been living this, you guys. And I just wanted to share with you some of my top tips, some of the things that have been working really well for me lately, in the hopes that sharing those things and encouraging you will help you to make it through your busy seasons as well. So I have 5 top tips for you guys that I'm going to share today. And then there will be some opportunity if any of you guys have comments or questions. I can address those on the video. Or if you watch the replay or want to ask a question later, you can always do that. And I will circle back to follow up with you guys later because I love connecting with you. So please do share those comments and those questions because I love answering them. Okay. My 5 tips. Are you guys ready? Number 1 is to plan ahead. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm a big planner and organizer because I think that is essential to living a life that is intentional and focused on the things that matter most to us. So when we plan ahead, we do a lot of the work up front, which helps us stay more focused during the week. If you know when you plan to do certain things, activities with your family, work obligations, travel, even things like house cleaning and laundry, checking email, anything that you need to do, if you can plan when you're going to do it, it will make your life a lot more organized. You won't have to worry about fitting all of those things in because you've actually created pockets of time for those tasks. And that will help you stick to the things that are most important to you when you actually put them on your calendar. And then when you can do anything ahead of time, it's also going to be really helpful. Things like sorry, lost my train of thought. Things like picking out your clothes for the week or meal planning for the week, just so that you have a starting point. You have that foundation laid so that when the week is really busy, when you feel really stressed, when you feel kind of fatigued from making decisions or having to do all the things during the week when you're busy, you have less work to do, you have fewer decisions to make because you've already done some of those things ahead of time. And that can really lower your stress level and help you out when things are really busy. Number 2 is to establish routines. I love routines. I have a morning routine, I have an evening routine. Some of the other things that I do throughout the day have routines attached to them. And it just really helps lower the stress because you get in the things that are important, kind of like with planning, and you reduce the number of decisions that you have to make. So if you want to incorporate regular exercise into your life, to stay healthy because that's a value of yours, it's something that's important to you, and you want to make sure you don't lose that even when life's busy. Putting it in a routine ensures that you will actually get it done instead of procrastinating and putting it off and trying to figure out when you have time in your day to do it. So in seasons where exercise wasn't a part of my regular routine, I would look at my schedule and think, oh, I'll try to do it, at 8 a.m. And then come 8 a.m., something else would come up and I would try to do it at 10 a.m. and then something else would come up. And then, then you have lunchtime and then you have to wait to digest your food. So then it would be like 1 or 2 o'clock. And so I would just keep putting it off. And some days it wouldn't get done. And some days it would get done, but it wasn't at a great time because I was just trying to squeeze it in. So maybe it was too close to mealtime or too close to something else that I had going on afterwards. So I'd be rushing when I got back to stretch and shower and all of those things. So Actually making it a part of your routine helps you incorporate those activities that you want to do, things like working out, things like reading a book or reading your Bible, things like going for a walk or packing lunches or taking a relaxing bath. Um, Anything that you want to involve in your regular life. It doesn't have to be every single day. You can have different routines for different days, maybe a weekday routine and a weekend routine, or like 2 or 3 different routines that you can kind of like rotate through, But having some sort of routine really helps you get those regular things done. It can help you start your day off on the right foot and end your day on a good note. So when you get up in the morning, you might have a routine that involves making your bed or making coffee or going for a walk around the block with the dog or making breakfast or working out. Any of those kinds of things that just help you start your day off right. And then at the end of the day, you can have things that help you set yourself up for the next day. Things like picking out your clothes, setting out your workout stuff or your gym bag, packing lunches for the next day for yourself or for your kids, setting out anything that you might need to bring to work the next day. Anything like that can help you prepare for the next day better so that the morning isn't as chaotic. And then you can also have elements that help you wind down. And I have videos that talk specifically about routines if you're looking for more information about that. It goes into greater detail. But routines can really, really help you just kind of find some stability when life is really busy, because that's also really important to feel like things aren't super crazy and chaotic all the time. They may be busier, life may be more full, but there are still some things that can be consistent in your life and that can really help you feel more stable. And then number 3 is to batch tasks. Now, this goes for a wide variety of things. You can batch write emails. You can batch write blog posts. You can batch your errands so that you go in one trip. You hit a few different stores, in the most logical order, however that works for you. You can batch cook, which I'm a huge proponent of, especially when life gets busy. Cook a whole bunch of stuff on the weekend, whether that's several different recipes or just a few, and you just make a large quantity of them. But then you have that food to eat during the week, or you can meal prep a whole bunch of things so you have most of the cooking work done, and during the week you just need to like throw it together and cook it for just a little bit. It saves so much time, you guys. I'm not joking. I have been living that life the last couple weeks because things have just been so full and busy. And it's so helpful to know that, my errands are all done because I did them all on one day. And my food is all made because I did it over the weekend. And so I can come home or finish what I'm working on and have dinner ready already. I don't have to spend an hour in the kitchen to make food to have for dinner. So batching your tasks, whatever task that is for you, could be really helpful. And then number 4 is to actually take things off your to-do list. Look at what you have going on this week and decide what things, because I promise you there's at least something that you can take off your to-do list and just decide it's either not important enough to do this week and you can just push it a little bit farther out, or to decide that altogether it's just not important enough to include on a to-do list and you can let it go completely. And that's just so freeing, especially in busy seasons. So if you are looking at a really long to-do list, and most of us are, consider what you can take off of it just to lighten the load. And then number 5, the final tip, is to establish a top 3 for every day. So this kind of is the flip side of number 4, to take things off your to-do list, because with your top 3, you're deciding which things on your to-do list are the highest priority for you. And you're setting a top 3 intentions for every day so that your to-do list isn't too overwhelming. You can still have a comprehensive to-do list so that you don't forget that the shower needs to be cleaned, or that sink needs to be cleared out because it's like not draining, or that you have an email that you need to send, or a birthday present that you need to buy, or whatever. You can still have that comprehensive list so you don't forget about those things entirely, but I want you to set a list of top 3 intentions for every day so that you know where to start and you know what's most important. Because especially when life's really busy, we can get caught up doing little things here and there that seem important, but really they're only urgent. And there is such a big difference between things that are urgent and things that are important. And often we get caught up doing the urgent things, the things that are just right in front of our face. So we think we need to do them right away, when really we're ignoring the more important things that are sitting there in the background. So I want you to focus on what the most important things are. And some of those may also be urgent. Those things do overlap. Sometimes they're not mutually exclusive, but think about the most important things for each day. If you were only to get 3 things done that day, what would they be? And start with those things. If you get those done, then you can move on to other things on your to-do list, but start with that because it's so much more manageable to see just 3 things for every day. It's so much easier to start when your to-do list isn't longer than your arm, and then you're getting the most important things done and you're feeling a lot more productive as a result. So hopefully that helps. Let me know which of these tips was most helpful for you. Let me know if you do any of these things, what they look like for you, or if you're going to start doing one of those things. I really, really want to hear that from you guys to see what is most helpful for you. So just to recap so that you have all of that to think about what you're going to be working on. Number 1 was to plan ahead. Number 2 was to establish helpful routines. Number 3 was to batch your tasks. Number 4 was to take things off your to-do list. And number 5 was to establish a top 3 list for every day. Okay, I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I will talk to you again soon. I hope you have a great week.